Hello folks, Harley from Knowlton North. I'm outside for a couple days in a row here because we finally caught some good weather. We actually have the big rain coming tonight and all day tomorrow and into Tuesday. It's actually the snow event that the poor guys out in the Midwest got pounded with. It was supposed to be snow here eventually, but luckily we're getting some moisture and warm air from the south that's going to knock the snow into rain. Thank goodness, because my business is 2 or 3 weeks behind already, and we've had a couple good days up here. Like I said, it's my second day outside. It's a typical Maine spring day. We've got mud on the ground, snow on the ground. Our windows are cracked open in the house for some fresh air, and we have a wood fire going. So that's typical April for Maine. But anyway, the reason I am out here today, I wanted to show you my first attempt at epoxy resin project. So I did this little end table, and it came out pretty good upon not so close inspection. And I don't know how it's going to come out in the film, but I got all kinds of items in there. I got some rocks I collected. I have shells and rocks that my daughters have collected for years. I have a few items in there for my granddaughter that she collected for me to put in, and it come out pretty cool. It's really clear upon inspection, and after it's all done, it actually came out pretty good, even though I pretty much messed up everything that I could, to be honest with you. I didn't seal. There's a little box. There's a 4-inch box around the side here, but there's 2 inches deep inside the box. I filled that up with, probably half full of material, and it still took a gallon of the epoxy mix and resin. So just that little, it's a one by one by probably an inch and a half, and it took a gallon. But it came out good. I did it in layers. I did it in like 1/4-inch layers, and it's strange, but you really can't see the layers. It's just as clear as can be. My first mistake I made was, well, my second mistake. My first mistake was down on the bottom on this side. I siliconed everything really good, I thought, but there was a little hole, and the resin found its way, and it just leaked for hours until it finally hardened up. But it didn't hurt the final product. My second mistake was I didn't have it warm enough in my garage when I started the project. It was cold outside, and I just started heating up my garage, and of course I got impatient. And my first layer, you probably can't see it in this, but my first layer of epoxy down in there between all the rocks is a little cloudy, and I'm pretty sure that's because I didn't have it warm enough in the garage, because every layer after that is really clear. It's amazing how clear this stuff is, and it really is. And you put it layer on top of layer. So anyway, that's my first 2 mistakes. My third mistake is, you have to look really close, but under my pieces of glass where the curve is up, there's a piece right here. It's hard to see in the camera. There's one right there. There's a green piece right here. You can see the bubble under it. And I think I glued everything down. Most of the stuff you see in here was glued down except for the rock, so it wouldn't move. And I think I could have gotten away with just putting in the glass as I poured it. I think I could have poked it down in and it would have stayed. So I have 2 or 3 bubbles under the glass. You really kind of have to look for it, but it's there. And then when I was all done, I had a little bit of left in my hardener. But the A part was empty. And that is because I didn't read the directions fully. And I bought me a nice little scale so I could weigh everything out. And this stuff was 1-to-1 by volume, not by weight. So on the last pour, when I caught it, thank goodness, I added in a little bit extra hardener. And I hope that's going to do the trick. I hope everything underneath it hardens enough. And I hope it doesn't yellow, or I don't know. But about every little mistake I could have made, I did make. And it still came out pretty decent. So I'm really happy for it. This is to go inside of my couch in my garage to put my beverages on. I figured that'd be a good good thing to start with. That way it doesn't have to be a total custom. Not that anything I'm going to do is ever going to be total custom. But it's pretty cool. I mean, everything shows up good. It's a little dusty right now, actually. I just finished putting the bottom shelf on it and getting it leveled up. But all the pine cones and shells, the branches, you know, there's a little cedar, pine. This is off a couple of shrubs in the yard. The stick, I mean, they all look like I just put them in there. Even this flower, I mean, this is like a, looks like almost come out like a pressed flower. But actually has depth to it. It's pretty cool. So anyway, that's my first attempt. I'm gonna leave it out here in the fresh air for a couple moments before it starts raining. But I thought I'd share that with you. I mean, I'm horrible at any of these home projects like this. I have no skills. I have no carpenter skills. I have no patience, and I think come out pretty good. It's pricey. I mean, I've probably got $100 with materials in a small table. But I think it's cool. So I think I'm going to do like a little card table for my garage next. Something maybe 4x4, 3x3 that 4 people can sit at and I can fold up and put away. And that might be a combination of something like this, only more separated, like in squares or rectangles. With like rocks, beer caps, money. Maybe things from the forest floor, stuff like that. Knickknacks, money. But I think that's going to be my next project. But anyway, you should give this a try. It's fun. But it's a 4 or 5 hour project once you start pouring. And like I said, this little 1x1x2, which was half filled with material, took a gallon. So make sure you measure correctly. I didn't really need this that deep, but in the end I did because I had a couple bigger rocks in here that were just covered by like 1/4 of an inch when I was done. But anyway, that's it. I thought I'd share it with you because if I could do it, anyone can do it, believe me. Looks better in the shade. I'm standing in the sun and I get a better look at the clarity of it. There we go. Yeah, you can see how clear that is. It's amazing, really. Like I said, it was done in 6 or 7 layers. And the layers just all blend together. So I thought I'd show that to you. Enjoy the outdoors. Someone's coming.